Now that we understand intersecting points, we can now talk about angles. Very simply, an angle is an object, a geometric object that's created by two intersecting rays. So here we have ray BA and we have ray BC. The two rays intersect at point B, and at point B they become angle, that's the symbol for angle, angle ABC. We always put the intersecting point of the angle in the middle between the other two letters. So it's angle ABC. The intersecting point B is called, it has a special name. It's called the vertex. It's called the vertex of the angle, okay? And so angle ABC has its vertex at B, which is the intersecting point between BA and BC. Similarly, over here we have another one. Ray GF intersects ray GH at point G, the vertex, and together those two rays form the angle FGH. Okay? And that is how we define an angle. So these geometric objects called angles, how do we measure them? Well, we have actually invented a unit for measuring angles called degrees, and then there is a naturally existing unit for measuring angles called radians. In this class, mostly we will just use degrees, and when you get closer to pre-calculus, you'll start to understand radians. Okay? Something to understand is when we talk about measuring an angle, we can use this measure of, remember we said the measure of the segment? Well, we'll use the same thing. So we'll say the measure of the angle ABC, okay? And here would be the measure of the angle FGH. Well, the measure really is just like how open are the rays from each other. If they're very far away from each other, very open, almost like a door is very open, that's a larger measure. But if the two rays are closer and closer together, that's a much smaller measure. And so here we would say that the measure of angle ABC is less than the measure of angle FGH, because FGH is far more open, where angle ABC is a lot more closed. Okay, so look at this situation here. We have a line, we have this line AC, okay? Now, point B is on line AC. And we could say that from point B, we could say ray BA goes that way and ray BC goes this way. So we can basically split up the line into two rays. Then we have this other ray that extends out from point B. It's ray BD. When we have this special situation where we have a line, okay, and the line intersects a ray. So look, the line contains B and the ray contains B. So the ray is intersecting the line. When that happens, it creates two angles. Both angles share, the two angles, they share the ray BD and they share the line AC. Okay, when that happens, we call the two angles a linear pair. And here's the interesting thing about a linear pair. When you take the measure of one of the angles, so we take the measure of angle ABD, and if we add to it the measure of angle CBD, that equals 180 degrees. Remember we talked about measuring angles. Well, we know that a linear pair, if you add the measures of the angles both together, it equals 180 degrees. Okay? And so that's what we say. We say angle ABD and angle CBD are a linear pair. Okay? And then So why is it a linear pair? Because when you take the pair of angles, when you take the two angles, and put them together, they make a line. Okay? So that's a linear pair.